Back with another album review. Today's review is on Bricks Are Heavy by L7. This is the band's third studio album, and quite possibly their most well-known album. The album was recorded at Smart Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, and Sound City in Van Nuys, California. The album was self-produced with help from Butch Vig. It was engineered by Steve Marker, Mr. Coulson, and Jeff Sheehan. It was mastered by Howie Weinberg at Masterdisc. The guitar technician was Mark Haynes, and the drum technicians were simply known as the Drum Doctors. The album was released on April 14th, 92 on Slash Records. It is public knowledge that this album is heavier than its predecessors. On a side note, Butch Vig and Steve Marker are members of the band Garbage, but that band didn't form until the following year. I will get around to reviewing their music eventually. Anyways, let's talk about the songs on this album. The beginning of this album is Wargasm. Apparently this song contains a sample from Yoko Ono, and she's even included in the special thanks section of the credits. Next track is Scrap. According to the credits, Donita Sparks received help from Brett Gurewitz when writing the lyrics. After that is Pretend We're Dead, which was released as a single in April of 92. This was the very first L7 song I ever listened to, thanks to the fact that the music video was featured on Beavis and Butthead. I've also heard the song countless times in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and on my dad's radio show. I'm going to leave a link to the song's music video in the description. That's followed up by Diet Pill. The song was included as a B-side on the UK version of the Monster single, but that's coming up momentarily. We followed it up with Everglade, which was released as a single in 92. The single includes a B-side called Freak Magnet. The song was re-recorded for the band's next album, which I'll talk about in the next album review. Everglade received a music video, and there's a link in the description. There's also footage on YouTube of the band playing the song at Hellfest 2015. Next up is Slide. Susie Gardner assisted Donita in writing the lyrics. Up next is One More Thing. Jennifer Finch wrote the lyrics. As not a bonus, she performed the lead vocals. The track after that is Mr. Integrity. This track features Polly Ryan on the bongos and hand claps from Pete Love. What comes next is Monster, which was released as a single in 92. The single includes a cover of the song Used to Love Him by Guns N' Roses. Monster received a music video. There's a link in the description. The second to last track is Shit List. This is actually my favorite song from the band, not just from this album. Even though the song was never released as a single, it did make it onto the soundtrack for Natural Born Killers, which is a great movie with a kick-ass soundtrack. I will review that soundtrack eventually. My dad sometimes plays a song on his radio show. There's also footage on YouTube of L7 performing the song at Hellfest 2015, and that was fucking awesome. This song automatically plays in my head whenever I add someone to my shit list. The ending of this album is The Same Pleasure. Susie received help from Phil Cavano when writing the lyrics. She even performed the lead vocals on this track. When researching this album, I read that it peaked at number 160 on the Billboard 200 and number 1 on the US Heatseekers albums, in addition to being number 24 in the UK and number 47 in Australia. When it comes to the critics, they really love this album. Now for my thoughts. I personally think this is the best album from L7. On a side note, I read there was an incident that happened during the band's performance at the Reading Festival in 92, where they were having technical difficulties and had to stall the performance. Audience goers threw mud at the band, and Donita Sparks retaliated by throwing her used tampon at them. The way I see it, her actions were justified. She hasn't apologized for what she did, and I don't think she should apologize. This, along with another controversy that happened the same year, may have caused album sales to go up. Overall, I highly recommend this album. Now, as per my question you, have you listened to Bricks Are Heavy? If so, what do you think about it? What's your favorite song from it? Did you ever see L7 in concert? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to press the notification bell to notify of future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video.